Talk about it. Let's go over it. This is going to be how to buy at support without getting trapped. Before we jump into the chart work, it's important for us to understand the fundamentals. So let's get straight into it here. So, how to buy support without getting trapped. Every trader has done it. Say price pulls back to a level that it looks like is support, right? Say you buy and then price keeps falling anyway. Today, we're going to break down exactly why that happens and let's build a repeatable process so it stops happening to you. And before we start, ask yourself the question and really sit with it. When you buy at support, are you buying because price reacted there or because price simply arrived there? That simple distinction separates a professional rule-based entry from a guess dressed up as analysis. So what support actually means is it's an area where buyers decide to sell. Okay, the psychology of a trap. A trap is going to be a fake out area, an area that looks like price might want to react there, but doesn't quite have enough orders. Okay, let's go and let's keep going over everything. So what support actually means? Support is a price zone. Okay, it's a zone. It's never really just a relatively single line. Even if you might see me do lines, a lot of times it's going to be within a zone. And it's going to be where buying pressure has historically overwhelmed selling pressure, which made it enough to pause or reverse a decline. It forms because real orders are resting nearby, and retail limit buys, institutional accumulation, algorithmic bids, limit orders, and stop loss clusters from short sellers all stack up around the same general area. And new traders draw a thin line on the chart and treat it like a laser guided floor. Professionals draw a shaded box. That's what you guys see me draw on the box, because price always doesn't respect the exact tick. It can sometimes, but price will respect the level within a zone. It respects the neighborhood. Understanding this will stop a huge percentage of you just closing your trades out too early. Make sure you guys give your rooms for yourself for stop loss. You know what I'm saying? Okay, make sure you guys look at multiple different wicks within a support zone before you just mark out the line. So make sure you guys mark out the zone, not a line. Support is a range where reactions have repeatedly occurred, not just one price. So when you guys see market coming down, bouncing in an upwards direction, even let's say if market decides to invalidate support, come back up and bounce from it again, still going to be support. And support, once again, is built from history. You're taking the areas of support to your left and waiting for it to react again to your right in current price. And round numbers matter. Psychological levels like $50 or $100 attract clustered orders naturally. And order clusters, stops, limit buys, and institutional algorithms bunch up near the same prices. Okay, so for example, say a stock bounces near 48.20 and then 48.50 and then 47.90. Okay, it's respecting the same average zone. Okay, there's no magic line exactly at $48. There's a zone, a box that goes in between all the supports just to make sure we have the right general area before we start seeing price go in the upwards direction. Easy. So what is a trap? Traps are not random accidents. They're predictable byproducts of crowd behavior. Every retail trader is looking at the exact same textbook support levels and using the exact same popular indicators, drawn from the exact same swing lows. When thousands of traders place buy orders and stop loss orders in the same narrow price band, that band becomes a magnet for exactly the kind of move that hurts the most people. So market makers and algorithmic liquidity providers know where the crowd is positioned because it is visible in the order book. A brief push below an obvious level can trigger a wave of stop loss selling. So like this. Okay, let's say someone had the stop loss below this black line. Once you see it go down, boom, it's going to go ahead and give a lot of volume and pressure for sellers to then step in at. Okay, this will be a trapped level once the support decides to get broken. So anyone who bought there just turns into liquidity for sellers. Okay. So a brief push below an obvious level can trigger a wave of stop loss selling and liquidate over leveraged longs, providing cheap liquidity for larger players to buy from. Right before price reverses and leaves late buyers even further underwater than the traders who got stopped out. So herd behavior. Everyone sees the same textbook level, turning into a predictable magnet. Let's talk about liquidity grabs. Liquidity grabs happen when prices often push just below support, just to trigger stop losses below reversing. So you guys might have seen, maybe an instance like this. Buyers still stepping in the same area of support, here and here. It might not be down to the exact tick, but anyone who sold a stop loss below here, and if price still bounced, they would have been taken out, uses liquidity. So make sure you guys set your decent stop loss. Try to have your stop loss right underneath support super duper tight. That can hurt you a lot. And FOMO entries, watch out for that. Buying the very first touch before any proof out of fear of missing the bounce can really, really hurt you. And confirmation bias. Seeing a bounce because you want one, not because price actually showed one, really, really matters. So, have you guys ever bought at a level, watched it wick below your stop loss by pennies, and then rip? That's not bad luck. That's a mechanism we just described playing out in real time. So set your stop loss to another support below where you're trying to get in at. You know, don't just put it right below the area of support where you're trying to enter. Find another support below that. Make that your stop loss. And let's talk about the anatomy of a bull trap here. So a bull trap is any pattern that convinces buyers that a low is in, right before price proves them wrong. They can come in a few recognizable shapes, and once you can name the shape while it's forming, you stop reacting emotionally and start reacting mechanically. And the goal of this lesson is pattern recognition. You don't need to predict which type of trap is coming. You need to recognize the type of trap that is happening in real time and refuse to act until the pattern resolves in your favor. So type number one, okay, the first touch trap. So a lot of you guys might see price tapping like this, boom, okay. Make sure you guys have a good price close. I like to wait for like a 15-minute close, for example. Make sure that the area of support is real. Two, the failed reclaim. Okay, let's say price falls below an area of support, snaps above it, and then decides to go ahead and bounce above it again. Okay, easy. And then you're going to have the slow bleed. Okay, support holds on light volume and then quietly grinds through it over several sessions. So you guys might see this. You might see it holding, and then over time, you might see price slightly fall below. Okay? And confirm the reaction before you act. This is going to be rule number one. Confirm the reaction before you act. The single highest leverage habit you can build is this. Wait for price to move to the level before you commit capital to it. Proof comes from the candlestick behavior at the zone. A long lower wick shows sellers pushed price down, and buyers forcibly rejected it within the same candle. A bullish engulfing candle shows buyers overwhelming an entire prior red candle in one move. And this is not about being clever. It's about shifting from prediction to reaction. You are no longer guessing where price will bounce. You are watching for evidence that it already did, then acting on the evidence with a plan that's already prepared. So the long lower wick. Okay, let's say price tested the lower entry bar and buyers forcibly rejected it before the close. And bullish engulfing candle. A strong green candle fully swallows the prior red candle's range. Okay, and let's say higher lows. Higher lows are going to be like this. A lot of your entries are going to be like this. You're just getting in the next staircase. The new pullback lows that sit above the previous low is going to signal that price is going within an upwards direction. And understand that patience beats speed. The candle must close with confirmation. A touch mid candle proves nothing yet. Okay, price can easily wick at a support zone and then burst through it. So make sure you guys have a good candle close that you look at. I like to wait for a 15-minute candle close, a 5-minute candle close, or a 30-minute candle close would even work too. Okay, so just make it simple. Don't make it hard. Don't make it difficult. And I just want you guys to be able to succeed. Okay, and it's going to be really easy to succeed on these charts the more patient you are. You have to learn how to wait. You know, I even have patience tattooed on me here. Sometimes we got to wait. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait. Wait for price to get to where you want it to be at, and then you're going to be able to dominate. I promise. Okay, I promise. Okay, just give it time, guys. Give it time. Give it time. You guys are going to be profitable, I promise. So multiple time frame alignments. Okay, I like to go from my monthly down to my weekly, to my daily, to my 4-hour, and then the 1-hour, 30-minute. So a support level that only appears on the 5-minute chart is really noise. A support level that appears on the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour is real structure. That's how you avoid fake outs. A lot of you guys just stay on the 1 minute and expect to catch a trade there. You got to use your higher time frames. See it on every time frame, scale down, make sure it's real. Alerts, give it a chance. Too easy. So the more independent time frames that are agreeing on the same zone, the more real capital is likely resting there, and the more reliable the reaction signal becomes. The correct process is to zoom out first, identify the meaningful zone on the higher time frame, and then drop down to a lower time frame, only to time your entry with more precision once price actually arrives at that zone. So you have to zoom out on your higher time frames first. Okay, make sure you guys, once again, zoom out on your higher time frames. Please. Okay, please. So identify the real support zones on the daily, the weekly, and your 4 hour before anything else. Then you can scale down to your 30 and see if it's real there too. Stack the time frames. Use your confluence. Monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. We're going to be going over some chart stuff, how to find support right after this. Okay, but don't make it hard. And the weight of the evidence. More time frames agreeing on a zone means a statistically stronger level. And lower time frame zones aren't always going to be reliable. Make sure that you see the zone on your high time frame and your lower time frame. Get the whole view of everything. Take that trade. So pull up any chart, and I want you guys to try and find a zone that reacts on the daily and the 1 hour. Now compare that level to a random level that only shows up on the 5 minute. Which one would you trust with real money? So volume speaks louder than price. Price tells you what happened, and volume tells you how much conviction was behind it. A genuine bounce off support is usually accompanied by rising volume on the reversal candle. Real buyers stepping in with size, and a fake bounce often happens on thin, unconvincing volume, which means very little real capital agrees with the move, and it can unwind just as easily as it's formed. And the volume climaxes matter too. A sudden oversized volume spike at support can mark capitulation. The last panic sellers finally throwing in the towel, clearing the way for a genuine reversal. Okay, so volume speaks a lot louder than price, guys. On the other hand, if support breaks on usually heavy volume, treat that as a real structural shift, not a blind level to buy. Okay, so price might just be coming to another level of support and wanting to bounce down here. So understand that low volume bounces are suspicious. Okay, that's a lot of the times price is hunting down at these levels because there's buyers sitting there, which means price will be sent up high a lot of the times after it comes in these contact areas of supports. And high volume breakdown equals danger. So if support breaks on heavy volume, do not try and catch the falling knife. Okay, you can lose a lot of money like that, and I don't want you guys to go through that at all. So wait for the retest. After price shows an initial reaction off support, the highest quality entry is often not the first bounce, it's the retest. So say here, and this can be relative depending on what time frame you're looking at. Okay, so let's say price decided to bounce over here to the left on the daily. Let's say price came down, price decided to come back into the zone here and give us a wick up, right? This would go ahead and be the first one here. So this would prevent you from getting burned here. And when you guys just see the reaction come at a later time again, it's going to really, really confirm that and give you a lot of data. So the trade-off is real. Waiting for a retest usually means buying at a slightly higher price than the absolute bottom. In exchange, you get a much clearer invalidation point than the evidence that sellers want to stay there. Okay, so when you guys see price, say price is doing this, right? Price is going up from a bottom here. I'm cool with catching the stare. You know, if I miss the absolute bottom, that's fine. Okay, I don't know if price might want to even do it from here. But say price had a support over here. You know, I'd rather take this. This is now showing me that the trend is confirmed. I could easily go ahead and close that resistance, and that'll go ahead and be my setup. And then I could do stop loss at the previous area of support. Too easy. Give yourself room for your support. And a lot of times that your support that's below your entry support is going to be your stop loss. Because the price breaks below where buyers were at before, then that's really GG's. So where to place your stop? Once again, put your stop below the zone. Okay, I like to put the stop below the stop loss that's below where I'm currently at. Okay, and that makes it real simple and easy. Yo, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, my boy? I'm finna be on.
All right, bet. Yeah, man.
So when I get there, I have to give you a call.
Bet. Yeah, I got you. Yes, here when you're ready.
All
All right, bet.
right.
All right. All right. Got a call there. That's my bad. But anyways, here. When it comes to putting your stops, okay, don't be too strict on yourself with your stop loss. Okay, a lot of people like to put their stop loss right below the area of support that they're trying to get in at. Don't do that. Okay, find an area of support below that and then put your stop loss down there. Say if price bounce down here too, then my stop loss would be at the area of support below down here, not at right below my entry. That's not enough room and you're going to lose a lot of money on that, doing that on accident. So pick your trigger so you guys can have a confirmation entry. Wait for the candle to close bullish, then buy the open of the next candle and limit in zone entries. Okay. I want you guys to try and get as lowest to the next staircase as possible. Okay. But if you have to buy a little above it, it just is what it is. Okay. And breakout retest entries. Enter on the next retest of the zone after the initial reaction is already confirmed. Okay. So say price, once again, bounce here to the left. Say price decides to invalidate, run through it, come back up and bounce here again. This is going to be a retest. Never buy falling knife. Okay, if you guys see an area of support just not bouncing, don't try and buy there. Okay, don't try and buy while price is falling. Wait for price to stop, pause, then you buy. So we're going to go ahead and go through some examples here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys something here. Okay, this is something I gave out to my group, and we've been making some good money on this stock here. So this stock is going to be Figma. So as you guys can see, I have everything marked out here. I'm going to have these two areas of support, which are marked out here, signaling that price wanted to buy in an upwards direction here. Cool. I didn't get in at the absolute bottom, so I went ahead and noticed price again on my daily, creating support here, here, and here. I then saw price go in an upwards direction again. Then I see an area of resistance being created here. We smashed through that. I then could have saw on this red line where we entered at an area of support right here. Okay. Waited for price to come down to the red line. Boom, bought up right off of that. And then as you can see, price has just been going in an upwards direction for days. So it's extremely easy. I know we're going to head straight up here to this 30s area. And it's just really, really fun. Okay, I just want you guys to get wealthy. I want you guys to get rich. I don't want you guys to be behind. I want you guys to just stack up this paper and to just keep going hard. Okay, don't make trading difficult. Just buy low, sell high, read the staircase. If you're still struggling, if it's too hard for you, head over to stackingwood.net and let me get you guys a lot of help. Peace. So do it, stream. Ghost them. This ain't like that money. If I send you down the way, what 40 we go ghost them? It's not what I hustle. Kind of money, but I can suck it up. Okay. Sit up this on the Walmart. Right rich. Go blue honeys on me like I'm right rich. Traders, if you don't know how to read areas of support, I got you. If you don't know how to read areas of support, I got you. If you're a trader, let me show you how you can find support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how you can find support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how you can find support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how you can find support. If you trade, let me show you how to find support. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. So what I need you guys to do is top-down analysis. So as you can see here, I'm starting off on my daily time frame up here first.
So here we have two areas of support mirroring down here. Cool. Let's say you missed this entry. You're going to see these wicks here, here, and here. You then could see price coming down here again to the red line. Once again, we have this bounce here, mimicking this recent bounce here. Extremely, extremely easy. Cool. Let's say you missed that too. I made it easy again, and we went ahead and found another zone. So I could see over here. Damn. So what I need you guys to do is top-down analysis. So as you can see here, I'm starting off on. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support.
I got a big event. So ass nigga that came to fucking band. I'm not gonna fucking fold. Be my cousin told. No, that KMJ. We have the other stuff.
Let me show you how to buy
I see that shit from number 4. I hate the number 4. I hate the fucking snap. I swear to God, I hate my baby mama, but I love her though. That's how I find out she has lady. But they hate because her situation.
If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader, let me show you how to buy at key areas of support the easy way. If you're a trader. So here we have price coming down to this area of support twice. Super duper easy. This is going to be the heaviest base. When you see price on your higher time frames, your daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, weekly, bouncing at the same bottoms, that is going to be a key area of support. If you're buying low and selling high at key areas of resistances, your job is to get in at the next area of support in the staircase. How you find it is you look to the left at where price bounced at previously, and you wait for it to happen again in recent times. If you're struggling with that, you need to head over to stackmode.net because I make trading way too easy. I want you guys to be successful, understand that price just mirrors itself. Peace.
Number 2. Beta cool. My move. He said, "Want to see me down bad, bro? Nigga, I ain't going back to that." Juice. Easy. But they had me a little boy, so now I'm going harder. I said basically. And as long as they keep printing, I want $100. I'm mad he died some years ago. No niggas sending me. I just got the big to the deposit and niggas speak. Niggas telling with no consequences. That ain't street. I wasn't fan talking some music because my family need me. But bank account on factor. I got 300 racks in cash and I can't even sleep. And dog it all. I just drag on me at Joe. And it's still my album going up. My album top 20. My movie going up. My Rolex top 10 me. I've been grinding for some years. It's your time, fact. I trap shit grabbing 9 years. It's your time, fact. A couple of habits. When I signed for a couple $1,000,000, I used to be stuck in the trap. So I used to be stuck in the trap. Give me the chop. You know, man, you just gotta say you a prayer, just pray. Please. Yeah, they call it a rent due.
man. You want you a porn, you want you to jag, make baby wake up and get to it. That's your time, fact. I've been grinding for some years, it's your time, fact. The trap shit grabbing the years, it's your time, fact. Bro, up a couple hands. Time, fact. I've been grinding for some years, it's your time, fact. The trap shit grabbing the years, it's your time, fact. Up a couple hats. I'm gonna take up on the head of my niggas kept. My niggas kept. You know, say my time. Time. I ain't got 200 racks in cash and I can't even sleep. Like that at all. Fuck that. I'm gonna do a middle of a month. It should be night number 2. I'm not playing, not that play. I didn't put up in it too high yesterday. Every day I make up. Every day trying to make up pay. Cheese and broccoli. Nigga, I get paid to pop it. Free. It's dope dash stream. Stream up in the it's dope dash. Hold on 1 second, stream. It's dope dash. Oh, this one's chilly. Me. For me. I'm gonna make burger shrimp. Training, go hard. Whatever you do, you gotta go deep. You want that shit take years, don't let none break your vision. That bitch might take years, man. Like you never done until you quit, man. I'm done. You never done until you quit. Cajun fries. Cajun fries. For me to go Cajun fries. You know, stream. Yeah.
No dish, no dish, no dish.
Stream off of it. Double dance your food. No, stop double dance your food. Stop double dance your food, stream. You know that food, bro. I'm gonna find you. Shit. Okay, groceries. It's one of them. Get some eggs. Get some groceries. 100% grass fed. They try again. Yeah. Hold on, stream. Hold on, you tried it. Hold on, stream. Let me get some. I don't know if y'all see me in the kitchen. Hold on. Right here. That's the water. Pretty much all know about this, man.
Also a DoorDash stream.
On Google.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll send you the email. Um, I'll take that when you're ready. You could text it to me if that works. All right. DAW at gmail.com. Okay, DAWPHY at gmail.com. Okay, gotcha. One moment. Let me email you this now. Super duper excited. Awesome. I just went in and sent that. Please let me know if you received that, sir. Awesome. Take it. Okay, awesome. Take your time. And I do have some material to show you, and I'm just going to give you the full run through of everything. Awesome. Awesome. Of course, sir. Thanks. All right. Wake up and chase the money before you chase the. Yeah.
Excuse me, yo, are you Jay Cinco? Want to say like, yo, excuse me, yo, are you Jay Cinco? Yeah, so man, you gonna do a quick interview? Yeah. How we going, man? How old were you when you made your first million? 23. How old are you today? 24. How you make that first million? Twitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Kai, bro. Honestly.
Yo, you here? All right, bet I'm coming. I got you. All right. Yo, Deuce. Deuce. Yo, Rich here. All right, bet I'm coming. It's kind of dirty in this bitch. It's kind of a lot going on. Yeah. Oh, what's happening, Ray? Whoa. Man, up on a class right now. Real quick. And then you'll need the chair, right? All right, let's go do spring this chair. All right. Hey, sir, you able to hear me? All right, Deuce, he here, gang. You can bring down your chair when you're ready. Hey, sir. Cool. Let me go ahead and start my camera. Hey, can you hear me? All right. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're completely all fine. Let me start my camera here just so you could see me. Awesome. And I do have my screen share on as well too. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I don't know. My camera's not turning on here, but cool. Awesome. All right. So actually, you just got done recording a little lesson too. So let me show you everything you're going to get, sir. So here, you're going to have sessions, one-on-one sessions with me, of course. It's going to come with 10 classes where we're going to be going over how to find the best levels. And as you can see here, we're making some progress throughout the days. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to mark out your chart. As you can see, price just bounced from this red line here as of recently, as of last week. And I just recently gave out the signals here. Okay, so I let you guys know when I'm buying shares. If it's a swing trade for the day, let's take this one here, for example. I give you guys the exact contract to buy, the stop loss and take profit. I gave this on Friday. And then on Friday, went ahead and closed that take profit here. So no matter what trades I give, whether I'm giving a crypto trade, this was a crypto trade win here, got in at this area of support right here, went ahead and closed it at TP a couple of minutes later. So this is real. Every week we're making money. Every week I'm giving out trades. Every week I'm always finding the best setups for you. And as well too, you're also going to have access, so you'll never have to be like, what stocks do I invest in? When you join the WAP, which you're going to get access to, you continue on with the mentorship, you're going to get this scanner here. This is going to be the software I coded. It's called the Stack Finder. This tool is very, 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 very important. Remember how I told you we know, or we want to be buying when market has dipped, right? So we want to be buying low, selling high. This here, I took all the news data of all information from all the big sectors. So this here in the middle is going to say I'm on green. So each one of these is going to tell me how each one of the sectors are doing. So as you can see, we have crypto up 7%, correct? Cool. Let me go ahead and see if this is true. Oh, did Bitcoin absolutely rip through everything today? Yes, it did. So my software here that I coded, along with, even check out Ethereum. I caught this dip last night. Check this out. Ooh-hoo! I'm gonna go ahead and check my ETH. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and check my ETH for it. Hold on. Okay. Let's go. Gotta go ahead and check the ETH for it for sure. Great dip buy here. But yeah. Ooh, just got in this last night too. So when you buy at these key areas of support, you see where I have these circles. I'm gonna make it too easy for you. When you buy at these key areas of support, you're going to be buying where the institutionalized buyers are at. Okay, which causes price to go in an upwards direction. Inside of the academy as well too, I'm going to make sure to get all of these sent over to you. You're going to have each one of these documents. Each one of these documents here that you can open on your computer or your phone. This is going to break down all of the foundational fundamentals behind on why price is bouncing up. So, of course, we have the chart work. You know, we know to look for the key levels and wait for price to bounce at these areas again. But we also have to understand why price is bouncing out at these key levels, what volume is, what a retest is, where to price your stop loss. So it's not just me talking over a chart that you don't really understand fully yet. We go over everything foundationally. We go over the lesson, and then I go through it slowly and through each page. Then we go through it on the chart. So I make sure you understand the definitions, why price is bouncing up. You know what I'm saying? These aren't just random zones I'm putting down. I knew price was going to bounce here, okay? Because I could see buyers bought here. I could see buyers bought in the past here at this circle. So all we're doing, let me go right on it. All we're doing is looking, okay, price bounced, and this is going to be for long trades, meaning that you're expecting price to go in the upwards direction. I'm going to teach you how to short too. But a lot of the time, since you're going to be playing stock options, you're just going to be playing in the upwards direction. You're going to be buying stocks at value, buying at these low points, swinging it up, making ridiculous money. You know, and the amount of money that I charge you compared to what you make is literally nothing. You know, 2K swing trades, 500. I have a student here making 500. Students here sending me $1,200 screenshots. And the profit only scales with how successful you are. $1,200 win here, 1,700% win. I think that turned into like $5,000 for him. You know, 3-figure trades, 3-figure wins here. He made 1,000 around 974. You know, 3-figure trades. He made 1,200 here. So the money gets ridiculous, but forget the money. We have to understand how to identify these key areas of support. Gotcha. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. So there, I don't believe in that word too much. I don't believe in strategy. Um, all price does is just bounce at the same place over and over again. This is Robinhood here. 1, 2, 3. You know, and it's not strategy. All it is going to come over here, and then price is going to sell off where the sellers were located, here, here, and then here recently. So I don't make it hard. All price does, once again, say even this abrupt stop here, matching with this abrupt stop here, when price decides to come up, create this green, red, green zone, wick off of it. Buyers decided to buy here again. All price does is mimic itself. Sellers sold here, sellers are selling here again. Buyers bought here and here. It's too easy. So buyers bought here again. Cool. Let's say you missed this wick. All we're going to be doing is playing the next staircase. So this staircase, boom, 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 boom. All you're doing on options is buying the dips, closing at resistance. Buy the dip, close at resistance. You farm that until you're past 8 figures. You just buy the dips, farm, rinse and repeat. Once you're at all-time highs, you can find a new stock or just play another stock. That's it. No strategy, no indicators. All market does is bounce at the same levels as it did before, and it's just about being patient, waiting for price to show you that same reaction again, and then we're going to go ahead and get back in. So take this wick here. This one was too free. Bounce here. 4 bounces here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Market is not going to keep doing this. It's not going to keep coming here over and over and over again. It's not zigzag. Okay? Market works in a staircase. So our job is to catch the next staircase every single time. And we do that once again. We just look to the left. Okay? Let's say if I'm looking at potentially maybe even this zone here. Okay? I'm just going to look to my left on my higher time frame. Either my 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly. We start on the monthly, scale down. Just like you said. Pro there. So here I can see price bouncing from these 2 areas here to my left. Once, twice. All I'm going to do, I can see, okay, price already decided to bounce from here. So now I need to catch the next leg. So all I do, just like I put inside of the signals, is I predict it way ahead of time. Okay, I can put down a level and say, you know what, price is going to bounce here. And you predict everything way ahead of time. Like I don't even believe in strategy or anything like that. Like I'm at the point now I know I know everything pretty much market's going to do because it's that mechanical. All the answers are going to be on the chart. You know, market is not just selling here for no reason. There's a resistance wick right here. It ain't just buy here for no reason. There's a support area here, here, and to the left over here from June. So yeah, so I don't believe in strategy. You just look at the past reactions, and I call it mirror. Mirror is what I play. You're waiting for price to mirror itself. Seller sold here, seller sold here again. You don't want to overstay because on options, your Greeks are going to get destroyed. So it's important to close at these areas of resistances where sellers are. Otherwise, your Greeks are, yeah, go ahead. No. So I'm not going to do puts here. I could, but you're going to make less money that way. So you see here what happens when price came into this area of support. How we just giant bursted green candle up. You want to be taking advantage of these. So crypto, it's best case scenario that it goes in an upwards direction. Stocks, when stocks are crashing, CEOs are firing people. People have to get let go. So the higher that the stock is for every single company and the higher that a crypto price is for most assets and most communities, it's the best case scenario. You know, the higher Bitcoin is, the richer countries get because they have hundreds of millions of dollars worth. The higher stocks go, the more powerful these companies get, the more people they can employ, which people have to be employed so we can get loans from the bank, so we can buy houses, etc. So stocks have to go up. So here, I wouldn't look at my small time frame just trying to catch a tiny push trade to here. I could really easily. Now, if you signed up for futures, then I would tell you to catch this. On options, nah. it's too easy to go ahead and buy a dip and catch this giant burst. Because on options, where you get paid is based off of volatility. So you want to be buying at only these key levels, because you see what happens as soon as price comes in these key levels, price flashes to take profit in like 2 days. The faster you hit take profit on options, the faster you're going to be able to start seeing giant screenshots like this in a day. You know what I'm saying? Within a couple of hours sometimes even. And as you can see here on the daily, looking at the big higher time frame, the real take profit is really up here. So we could see everything from a V standpoint. And of course, we want all stocks to go back to all-time highs, but price has to fall down at these areas of resistances before we can get there. You know, to break above, fall down, support, break above, fall down, support, and it'll keep doing that until we make new highs over time. Okay, cool. We don't gamble that. We don't gamble that at all. So remember how I told you sellers were right here where this arrow is. You would have bought in down here at the support mirror, and you would have closed here where sellers were at. We don't 50-50 the breakout, especially on options. If you eat a reversal, your Greeks are going to destroy you. So on options, you have to close at resistance. You do not even 50-50 a breakout. You close at resistance, wait for market to pull back into another area like down here, for example, and you take it up again. You don't buy while it's already buying up. Wait for market to come down, buy it, take it back up. Wait for it to come down again, buy it, take it back up. Again down, buy it, take it back up. And you close at resistance where the sellers were previously every time. And say if price breaks out, cool, that's what you have your shares account for. Your options, you have to close at these areas where sellers were at previously. Otherwise, you're going to be losing so much money. But when you're on shares, then you could be buying dips and you could be expecting breakouts to be held and without being punished, because your money is pretty much going to always be green. But options, you make money. By the time you hit take profit and sellers step in, you have to be out. Otherwise, the Greeks will destroy your profit because you're going to be up so much money. So closing at resistance is capitalizing on your delta and gamma, because you're getting out exactly where sellers were before. But if you bought in where buyers were at, you're going to have the best Greeks. So that's what's so disgusting about options, why you can make such a crazy amount of money so fast. But you have to close at resistance. You can't get greedy. You start getting greedy on options, everything will get taken away from you. Gotcha. So in this case here, this would have been the entry here. This came last week on Wednesday. And then take profit would have been at this area of resistance here, which we're falling out at. Say you missed this one. Cool, that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look over here to my left, and I'm going to look for more areas of support. One that's below current price, but above the area of support that we just found. Because remember, price moves in a staircase. So our job is to catch each bottom of the staircase, and we close at resistance. Bottom of the staircase, close at resistance. Bottom of the staircase, close at resistance. So say if we miss this bottom of the staircase, cool. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to look to my left over here, and I'm going to look at key areas of support where price decided to bounce at, and I'm going to wait for price to bounce here again. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a box here. Let's say I have this area of support. So market decided to come down, abruptly stop at this wick, bounced up, created this resistance structure where we're falling from now. So this area of support clearly has something to do with something. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box, okay, because I see this area of buying here too. So what I'm going to do is draw a whole zone in this area. And I see some buying here too. Now I'm going to wait for the next one. So here, if you miss this one, We found this one by just looking to the left. Support, 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 support. Easy. All we have to do is we're looking to the left again. Okay, we got support here. Support here. Support here. Support here. Okay. So now I'm going to set my alerts. I'm not even going to sit here spending my time all day at the chart. I'm going to set my alerts. Once I get notified, I'm going to wait for price to show me a bullish reaction. So this was the trade, once again, I caught last night. This one here. All I did was look at this area of support here. This area of support here. Okay, went ahead and matched those areas up. Set my alerts here. This is going to give you a text message on your phone. Straight from TradingView. Boom. Price is here. What I did then, I get on my 5-minute time frame. I don't want to just immediately enter in off the first wick. I get on my 5-minute time frame. If I have a 5-minute candle close, meaning I want a 5-minute candlestick to close above my zone. Once I see a 5-minute candle close above my zone, I know it's true. Easy. And we went ahead and blasted way past my take profit all the way up into the next zone. So we got here way quicker than I expected. My first take profit was really here. But we blasted way past it. But the reason why I chose this one was to be safe here. So at this area of resistance, we could start to see some sellers try to come in right here. Yes, price stayed above the zone, so it was cool. But you see why we close at resistance here? We don't play breakouts. We close at resistance. You do not want to eat a pullback. You want to get in at the bottom, close at resistance. Buy where buyers are, close where sellers are. And yeah, that's about as far as I could go for the free lesson. Gotcha. Great question. Let me share more screen one more time. Great question here. Let me take this example. All right. Let's take this ETH example. This ETH example, I was really confident, so I went baby stop loss here. I knew this zone was going to go ahead and be heme. But in this case, right, your stop loss, this is why, and you're going to see here as we keep going through the classes, your stop loss is always going to be the area of support below your entry. Okay? So it's always going to be an area of support below your entry. Too many people burn through their money because they put their support right below their entry. You're going to get wicked out, you're going to get stop loss hunted, and you're going to get destroyed for that. Okay? So let's take this example, right? Let me delete everything here. Let's say we did get in at this area of support here, correct? Once again, we got these two areas here, these two areas here. What I'm going to do is I'd like to, especially if you're on options, I'm going to teach you the best way to trade options too. On options, I like to size for 0. So, but I'm at the point now to where I don't even think about stop loss, okay? Because market has to do these reactions. But of course, I still do have one set. On options, though, I play a little different. So on options, my contract is my stop loss. So on options, I'm ready for anything to happen. Because on options, the cool thing about it, the max you can lose is what your contract cost. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let me open the options chart here. Okay. Say here, right? Cool. This is a great example. Say this Robinhood trade. All right. You saw the bottom here where we just marked out. I'm gonna show you an actual live trade right here. Okay. Boom. $69. Let's say you closed at the, let's just say this is all semis. So cool. When we pull up the options chart here, we would have got in at 90.50 or 91 contract. So we would have gotten at 91 calls. 91 calls here. Cool. Or let's even say, yeah, we'll go 91. and it's August 21st. Yeah, this is cool. So this contract here, right? This one flipped astronomically. Okay, even the ones above it too, even if you would have bought like a 92 or a 93, a little cheaper one. So let's say we went 93, right? Boom, 93. Okay, you would have gone in at 93 for $147, right? $147 was going to be your cost. Okay, so that's going to be the cost for this Hood contract. Robinhood is almost a 3-figure stock, so that's why it's $147 a contract here. These flipped once resistance got hit to $680. Okay, so let's just pull out this math here. So we're going to do 680 minus 147. Okay, so you would have 5 extra money here on this trade. Okay, you would have 5 extra money. You would have made $533 per contract here. That's 5 times your money. I've run a lot of businesses. I've built Shopify stores. I've done a lot of things. I've worked very high-level jobs. It's not easy to multiply your money 5 times within a day doing other things other than these easy candlestick charts. The trading is one of the top things on earth income-wise. It's too simple. So when we buy at these lows here, and we close at resistance, we see a $533 profit. Okay. Here, mostly on your risk here, say if you bought in a $147 contract, the most you would lose, let's say, which would most likely never happen, let's say the stock just did flash step to 0. The most you could lose is $147. But your take profit, you made $533. So that's still going to be a 1-to-5 multiple. You're risking a little over $100 to make over $500. So that's a 1-to-5 multiple. So in options, you want to try to be making at least 3 times your money. Let's say you're risking $40. Then you want to trying to be bringing in back at least 120 or 160 for 1-to-4. So on options, when your risk is like that, and each one of these trades on the 4-hour, which is where you're going to be placing a lot of your setups on the 4-hour or the 2-hour, you're going to be hitting take profit within like a day, a couple days, max a week. Then you're going to be catching those 1-to-4 multiples all the time. And I also set it up too. So once again, I do tons of research on the latest AI companies, just like we made a lot of money on Intel this year. I make sure I research the best deals that AI stocks are having, etc. And we get them in at discounts. Figma here. I want you to check this out. Check this out on the daily. This one IPO'd way up here. Okay, stock took a fall. And now we're starting to curl up. So take advantage of when stocks start to curl up at the bottom. I remember Robinhood just last year was all the way down here. Robinhood was a $20 stock last year. Now we're sitting at 3 figures. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to not just only swing trade options. Take that income, funnel it into your shares account so you never go broke. And then we also buy dividends as well too, because these pay you out every month. All you need is 3 years of day trading, 4 years of consistent day trading, get to the 7 figures, put majority of that in dividends. Now you're getting paid 10, 20K a month forever. You never go broke. So I set you guys up forever. Once again, this is the best mentorship in the world. You're going to have these lesson plans that I go over with you. We're going to go over examples just like we did today. You're going to get access to the signals. And I really think for $500 is a steal. While other people are out here trying to charge $3K, my $500 is nothing. Yeah. So I once again, I'm at the point now to where I just know. I just know where price is going to fall down at, where it's going to mirror at. And once again, the levels are all going to be on the chart for us. It's just the constant repetition and practice, identifying everything. And then we're going to get your wrist straight as well, too, once you actually do sign up. No. So no spreads, no Ira Condors, just straight swings. Straight swings, I get you guys straight to the cashier, straight to the money. We just buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's what we do here. We farm it and we just make trading simple, because the only thing that's ever going to change other than your setup is the amount of money you're playing with. Other than that, even as you can see, even when I'm playing crypto here, I play the same way. I'm buying low, selling high. Now, if I'm on Forex or something like that, then I'm going to be looking more to short. But as far as American market, US market, stocks and crypto, buy low, sell high, will leave you in the best case scenario every time. Right. So if you hit stop loss, that means that just wasn't the right zone. Like once again, I'm at the point now where I'm pretty much at 100% win rate. You know, it's too easy. Once again, like if you hit stop loss, it just wasn't a high volume area. Like this here, this trade here that came this week. You know, we have an area of support here, here, price mirroring here again. You know, I can clearly see on my daily. Okay, cool. We got some more levels below it. Price might want to give us a pullback, maybe around these daily candles here, because there's just so much buying. So it just becomes easy. Just the more that we do it, and once again, you're gonna get a lot of practice in. You're gonna get a lot of practice in, but if you're hitting stop loss, like I'm gonna make sure you're just not hitting stop loss. Especially on stock options, you shouldn't be hitting stop loss at all. Yeah. Would he be down to I mean, are you guys down to sign up? You guys want me? Yeah, I can bundle it together. Normally I would charge if you sign up today, I'll throw you that deal. And I'll give him access to the group too. Yeah. Yeah. No, all of that stuff is just a waste of time. None of those are gonna get you to the 8, 7 figures, and it's really just a real consistently game, just a real consistency game. Yeah. So here, got some trades going on here. I'm really big, and I just went ahead and ran through these. I've been on the crypto market a lot recently, so I just had this run last month, and I just won this ETH trade. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. So we had a great run on meme coins last month. I caught this up all the way up to the highs. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with Sol and like how to read Sol, but we ended up just making just great trims off this. As you can see, I marked it out before, and then boom, we went to all-time highs. So just trimmed a whole bunch of that and just ended up just having a great run. So I've just been sitting on a big crypto stash after this like summer run here, and I've just been building the school. So, yep. And then I do have stocks portfolio as well too. So yeah. And I do grow my account with you guys, and I post videos, and once again, whenever I'm in a trade, you guys catch it with me too. So it's gonna be here through the WAP. So you're going to get access to everything here. It's going to give you the market scanner tool. Inside of the WAP, you're going to have access to the lessons in here. I have 3 books that I wrote. Been doing really well on Amazon. So this is going to help you here for trading psychology. This book is for investors. This book is for Bitcoin. And like I said, I'm a big crypto guy. We just had a crazy run, so I've just been sitting on that, buying AI stocks at the lows. And yeah. But I did trade options really, really heavily for like 2 years straight. But this year I'm having a great crypto year and just been buying shares up. Yeah, I mean that's just what I've been just blasting off of. Like this whole run here, that whole GDOR run, I'm still sitting on these profits here. So this whole crypto run here, just all of these stocks, this global digital oil supply, United States nuclear supply, and then strategic American oil supply, like all of those there. Like, and I didn't even get all the screenshots from all the brokers that I could, but all of those there just made us a disgusting amount of money just for literally just like in a short amount of time. Options for sure. If options is what you want to play, there is no best. I'm someone I'll get on my YouTube, I'll show you this. Like, I've played everything. You know, I've played crypto futures, options, whatever you can name. Like I've played it all. You know, I've hit 100% plus on everything. I've hopped on crypto futures. You know, double my money quickly. You know, and here I'm showing you real profit, real withdrawals. You know what I'm saying? Real account. So even if I'm on the stock side here, you know, if I'm just taking an Intel trade, you know, whatever I'm on, I'm a trader. So I capitalize on opportunities. So if crypto market is in a dip, cool, then I need to go ahead and be buying some crypto. But if crypto market's at all-time highs, but I see stocks on dips, I'm buying some stock lows. So I'm always swapping around, but I do have my shares portfolio, which I always update with you guys. So it's Figma here. That's really the main one I'm holding right here. We hold SCHD. This is a dividend ETF that goes in an upwards direction. Some NVTS, an NVIDIA semiconductor stock. Waiting for this one to find a low. Potentially down here. Waiting for this one to find a low. And that's just what I do. But as far as options too, like I won 2 options trades last week and gave it to you guys. We won IWM and then we won the QBTS. So QBTS, once again, I marked out the low, stop loss below support. The support's from over here. Notice how it's not the support right below my entry. I choose a support to the left. I want to give my trade room to breathe. You don't want to get clipped out immediately. Okay, take profit right at resistance. Boom. We just gave this to you guys on Monday. Okay. So I make it super duper simple, just before and after. I do it a day before. Sometimes I'll do it a couple hours before, but a lot of the times I'm waiting for trades like days before or hours before. Yeah, no. Nah, you don't need those. Yeah, the only thing you really need is just your alerts. So then you know, okay, it's price bouncing off your zone, and then you're good. If you're comfortable, I'm a big Webull guy, as you can see, like from the screenshots here, like whenever I have some of like my portfolio, I'm a big Webull guy. I love Webull. I've been using them for years. Robinhood is, I do have 2 portfolios though, or multiple actually, just outside of the crypto one. But I use Webull for options. And the only reason I like Webull for options is just because you can have limit orders on there. So I can set my take profit automatically, so I don't even have to use alerts for that. So that's what's cool. But for the most part, Robinhood will do you just fine. You can, yeah, we can just get straight to the profit, get straight into learning, and you can use Robinhood. Thinkorswim? Yeah, that's fine. I know how to use all brokers. Interactive, Tasty Trade. I've used TradeStation before for a long time because they let you do options on TradingView. Last year we did a whole lot of recaps. Yeah, Thinkorswim is awesome too. That one is great. Let me go ahead and pull up this. So it's got lots of recaps here. I've been trading for a very long time. We got years worth of recaps here. Just years worth of wins. You know what I'm saying? I really do this. I play the same way for literally years. Just literally years. I just make it easy. And I just don't make it too hard. This is a short trade here. But even when I'm shorting, I'll teach you how to short. As well, we'll talk about that. Just because shorting, it does put the resistance into implication. So yeah, on options, you're pretty much never going to play puts because it doesn't make sense. You know, stocks going down is the worst situation for economically everybody. The banks, the people, so that's why they go in an upwards direction. That's why they tell you, oh, just buy stocks. Because they're meant to go in. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We getting a bounce up here soon. Okay, almost to the level of support here. You see how I put the arrow right on the black line? Like, I do this. I literally just wait for it. I wait for it. If I see a wick offer here, 5-minute close, I'm buying shares up. Market still open. Got like an hour left. So I'm doing this live with you. This is no joke here. Like, there's no joke. But yes, sir. Yeah. So I really think you should proceed with the class. Would you be able to do the 10 classes for 500? You and your cousin? So yeah. So they're gonna be 1 hour each, and I schedule them whenever you guys have free time. So I work around that. Okay, but I do want to get you locked in though too. Like we'll get him taken care of for sure. But I do just want to get you locked in for sure. Okay, so gotcha. So what's stopping you from getting booked up now, sir? And just getting straight to it? Is it the price? Gotcha. I'm telling you, sir, though, I've been training for many years. I've trained a lot of successful people. Do not waste your time with that. Please, please do not waste your time with that. No, 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 sir. I've traded every way you can think of. I've trained every type of student. That is, please do not waste your time with that, sir. I really recommend you come on. You just keep practicing because you already know what you're doing. But just don't, that's literally why people don't make it in trading. They start making it complicated. They start trying to play ICT and do this and do that. It's literally just, you could see market here on the yellow line bouncing 3 times from the same place. There's nothing else but support and resistance. That's all it is. Okay, yeah. So how about this? Do you want to do 5 classes for 250 and I get you locked in now? I think we should do that. So that's gonna still give you everything, but that's just gonna be 5 classes. And then that'll give you some more introspection because I want you guys to see how valuable this is. You're gonna be making money immediately. That's why I don't want you to wait and stall. Yes, you're going to receive the signals, have access to the software, and you can call me at any time. Gotcha. So here, so let's go and let's check it out together. So here, when I open the software, once again, it gives me the index of what the market is today. So here, you see how we have red on technology? This is the technology stock. Is this technology stock down? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and look at it here. You see how it's green on the crypto sector here. And you see how Bitcoin and Ethereum are way up. So I spent many hours. I've used every single piece of market data coded in this. I really shouldn't even be making it free. But yeah, I take every piece of market data. So every day you can come in and you could see. So when I see that technology is on red, what does my brain do? Okay, let me start looking at tech stocks so I can get ready to buy low and sell high. And we also do have this. Yep, so that you're also gonna have access to this, all my stocks. So this is gonna be my full watch list. You can click on them. They're gonna give you the latest news. So you're gonna be able to see everything for the stock. I also do have a finder too. So you could look up any stock that you want to, and you can go ahead and get an analysis on what's going on, the base case, the range, and the news. On the calculator here, let's say, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, this is me. I'm Stack Mo Chris. So it's the Stack Finder, my logo. So yeah, I'm a real coder, real developer. Yeah, Codex. I'm on Codex right now. Codex, TypeScript, React, and just Next.js. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, TypeScript, Tailwind, React, and Next.js, and then I deploy on Vercel. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I've done a lot of websites for companies and stuff. That's just what I do on the side. But yeah. Um and then you get access to my books and stuff for free too within the lessons here too. So these have been selling well on Amazon. I wrote these 3 books here. This is for trading psychology. This helps a lot. This is for how to buy stocks at the lows. Because, Warren Buffett became a billionaire off really the Apple trade that he took. Holding that for 10 years. What did he do? Notice AirPods were about to come out. Capitalize on that, get in at the lows. It's cool. What's really popular right now? Everyone's getting into building apps and websites. Figma, one of the most popular AI stocks right now. Let me go ahead and capitalize it at the lows. That's how I went ahead and caught Intel as well too. I mixed the news at the lows. Mix news at the lows. And, we just went ahead and just catch fat trades. Just make it easy. Don't make it hard. You know what I'm saying? That's really my name, Stack Mo Curse, right there in January. And I want some more of this afterward. I farmed Intel all the way up. And yeah, once again, like I said, options is still my baby. Like options is my baby. I love options to death. Um, as I've been getting like just stacking my account though, especially since I'm about to go build my school and deploy a lot of capital into that and get myself an office space. I've really just been having fun on shares and just trading a lot of crypto futures and meme coins just because I can. Options requires a little bit more upfront investment than crypto does or meme coins or crypto futures. So, but I mean, but then, 2 years ago, before I even knew I was going to build a school, I just had a whole bunch of, just extra free cash. So where I didn't have to maintain ads, pay for website stuff and business stuff. So yeah. Gotcha. So you're gonna get an alert right here. So just like this, I tell you guys, hold on, my apologies. Can I go to the right? Even here, for example, right? I don't know why it's not zooming me out. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Okay. Let me push this to the right. No. Okay, 1 second. But you get pinged in the WAP here. So yeah, you'll get I'll help you set it up too. You'll download WAP on your phone, and then you'll have access to signals. Yep. So a lot of times I put it right ahead of time. So this is the one I gave Friday, for example. I'll give you the call. I'll tell you what contract to buy. I'll tell you stop loss and where to close at. So QB2S, you know exactly what options to buy at. You know where. I give you the picture. You know your stop loss, so you don't even have to think. And you know your TP. So I give you the picture ahead of time so that you know. Yep, and then every Sunday I do go live. So you guys can come in, speak with me, ask me any live questions as well too, but that's why the one-on-one sessions help too. Sometimes I have too many students to do that. So yeah, just give you guys what's going on. And you guys just get the full analysis. Make it easy. You know what I'm saying? Make it easy. That's why I think. Last week was more that story. So a lot of times I'm saying take 1 3 trades a week. Because the point of options is you're maximizing leverage. So of course you know options is just 100 shares bundled. So that's why we have to build those systems I showed you. Yeah. Do you want to do tomorrow's time? I have last at 8. We can talk does 9. Okay. So definitely okay. Okay. Gotcha. We can change it anytime. So I do like to get straight to, sir. I don't waste your time. Yes, I do. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can send you mine. Yeah, me at Stack Mode Chris too. That should be all over YouTube. I'm a published author and stuff. So yes, sir. Let's get these classes booked in. I'm gonna send you an invite to the group right now. One moment, and then let me know if that Stripe link goes through. You can take your time. Gotcha. So yeah, would you be able to send that now? By chance? Okay, take your time. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I do like to confirm on call because sometimes I can get some Stripe. And it should show you everything that it should accept. And then I'm putting it. Okay, so I'm putting it in the chat here. Okay, because I did take you off. I blocked you off tomorrow for 9, so no one could take your spot. So once again, I do like to confirm on call. It really just helps me prevent no shows. So you could take your time there. Okay. Gotcha. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotcha. We could do. Gotcha. Would 8 be better or 7? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And I'm super flexible too. That's also the cool thing. When you pay, that gives me being able to be priority to reflex you around. Okay, for sure. So yeah, so once again, so would you be able to send that now, sir? Okay, gotcha. 'Cause I do like to confirm on call if that works. I do like to confirm on call if that works. It just helps me prevent no shows. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. Can I call you back at a time today? One moment. So let me see. You should have just got the recent one there. Um, okay, gotcha. Okay, one moment. So here, let me send you the free link. One moment. That's my apologies. Wrong link there. There we go. You can use this one. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. What time do you think the payment would be through? Just because I did give you access to it for free already. 5:30? Okay. All right. Okay. I can go ahead and I'll call you then. And one moment here. I may need to send you one more link at 5:30 then. Just a different one. I just gotta edit this one. Make sure you have access to everything for free. So yeah, I'm gonna send you another one at 5:30. Okay. Thank you. Of course. All right, bye. If you pay before, then you can let me know.